In this video, I'm going to reveal why one strategy will always fail you. And instead of that, we'll give you a toolbox of strategies that will make you profits in any market conditions. Are you profitable one week riding a strong trend only to give back all of your profits next week when the market gets choppy? That painful cycle isn't your fault. That is because you're trying to use only one tool to do all of the job. Today you will learn how to diagnose the market and choose the right tool for the right market conditions so you can become a consistently profitable trader in all weather conditions. My name is Islam and I spent years stuck in that exact cycle. It wasn't until I stopped looking for one holy grail that will work in any market conditions and instead built an arsenal of little strategies that work in all the market conditions, which finally gave me a true consistency in the markets. I've become a six-figure funded trader and left my 9-to-5 job for good. So in this video, I'm going to give you my two core mechanical strategies I use. OP method number 1, a range explosion strategy to catch a new trend. And my trend rider strategy to join the existing trends. I will break down the exact rules for each of them, so you will exactly know what, when, and how to use. So make sure to stick till the end. But before we start, we have to address one dangerous advice, probably that you have heard a lot of times. Just stick to one trading method. While this advice comes from a good place for you to stop the strategy hopping, on the other hand, this might be the reason why you're profitable one week and unprofitable and give all of your trading profits back the other. Why? Just think about it. Are the markets the same every single day? Of course not. There are strong, trendy markets, there are rangy and choppy markets, and there are volatility, news-driven markets. A strategy that is built to trade the trendy markets will get chopped out during the choppy and rangy markets. And the strategy that is designed to trade the choppy, rangy markets will get run over during the strong, trendy markets. The secret for long-term consistency is not to have a one perfect strategy, but to have a tool for the right job. You need a distinct strategies for different market conditions so you can effectively adapt for the market changes. And today we're going to build you a professional toolbox. The one is designed to catch the beginning of new explosive trend, and the second is designed to ride the existing trend. And make sure to stick till the end of this video, because at the end we will cover both of these strategies with the real market examples where you will exactly learn how to trade them. Let's start with my favorite strategy, the end of boring quiet range and the beginning of the new trend. So how do we mechanically catch the newly born trend? As we said, the markets move in cycles. After long consolidation, the breakout is inevitable. The easiest and the most explosive money is made exactly that moment, when the price is turning from the quiet range into an explosive move into the trend. And our goal with this first strategy is to do exactly that. We do this with my Asian Range Breakout strategy. This method is pretty simple. We use the first 4 hours of the Tokyo session, which is the quietest time of the day, to define our mechanical range. This low volume range gives us a reference point to trade an explosive breakout during the volatile time of the day. So it's basically the first 4 hours, it's 100% mechanical. It's the same for me, for you, and for anyone else, so nobody can just get lost or do it in a wrong way. So we all start from the same place. Okay, how do we actually mark this up? You have to go to Trading View, open any pair, let's say Euro USD on the 15-minute time frame, go to the Indicators tab and type Sessions on Chart. And then you choose this one, and here are the settings of this indicator. This vertical gray stripe represents the first 4 hours of the Tokyo session, so all we need is to draw the high and the low of the price action, the maximum and the minimum point of the price action during those 4 hours. Step number 2. We have to wait for the price to break out of our range during the London or New York sessions and wait for the price to retest our range and then trade in the direction of the breakout. Step number 3. Here's how you execute the trade. As the price will be approaching our Asian range, all we need is to draw our feeble levels from the bottom of the breakout to the top of the breakout, or from the top of the Asian range to the bottom of the breakout, and place our feeble levels. Yeah, exactly. The entries will be at the 60 and 70% retracement levels, and we will be aiming for 5R. The stop loss is going to go beyond the 100% level of the Fibonacci. So let's cover some real life examples over here. Okay folks, this is a real life examples of this strategy. First of all, that you have to understand, we are on a 15-minute time frame on Euro USD. These vertical lines identify the breaks of the day. Basically, this is when the new Tokyo session opens. So basically, you open the charts right before the London and New York sessions. Like sometimes it happens during the London session, sometimes it happens during the New York session. For me, it is convenient to trade the both sessions. So I open my charts right before the London session, and we have to draw the high and the low of the price action during the first 4 hours of the Tokyo session. For that, I use the feeble levels. By the way, you can copy my settings over here. Here are the settings. You see, it's just going to, and I've added this text over here. But in any way, as you can see over here, the price is breaking to the downside and retesting our Asian range. This is where we just need to get our feeble levels, draw it from the high to the low of the breakout, and let's apply it. And we are going to enter our trade at the golden zone. So basically, this is a secret that we teach inside of our mentorship program, but let me share it with you. Basically, you can enter on the golden zone, which is 60, 70, and 80% retracement levels. By the way, this is the settings for my feeble levels as well. What I would recommend for the beginner traders is to divide your trades. For example, you're risking 1%, so you have to risk 0.3% on on each of three levels, on the 60%, on the 70%, and on the 80%. And the stop loss is going to go above this Asian high. Basically, with this way, you can aim for 5R, but sometimes the price can give like 10R trades as well. Let's cover a couple of more examples. Here's another example, and it is a little bit more interesting than the previous one. Let's draw the high and the low of the price action. Let's mark up our Asian range. First, as you can see over here, the price is breaking to the upside. We are getting the confirmed the breakout. But the most interesting part is that we are doing that before the London session. And by the way, this vertical green stripe represents the first 2 hours of the London session, and this pink stripe represents the first 2 hours of the New York session. So basically, the price is just doing some manipulation above the Asian high before the London session. And during the London session, the price is just ranging inside of the Asian range, and during and right before the New York session, we are breaking to the downside, and then price is going to retest our Asian range. Basically, what we do here is we draw our feeble levels from this high, from the sweep, from the high of the sweep to the bottom of the breakout, and then we are placing our trade at the 60% retracement level, and the stop loss for the 60% entry is going to go above 80%. And as you can see over here, the same, like with this trade, we can aim for 5R as well, and the 5R, the price gave us 5R only the next day. So basically, the lesson that you need to take from this trade is that you don't take the trades that happen before the London session. So everything that happens after the London session is valid. And when you will be trading, when you will be drawing your feeble levels, you have to do it not from the high of the Asian range, but from the high of the sweep that happened prior to the real breakout. So let's move further and just cover a couple of more examples. So here is our Asian range. This is Asian low. This is our Asian high. And as you can see over here, the price is breaking out to the upside during the London session. and it is retesting our Asian range during the New York session. For those who tell like I'm from US, I cannot trade this strategy. No, you can. We do have trades during the New York session as well. And by the way, guys, this is just one of the 4 methods that we trade. We do have OP method number 2, 3, 4. This one is called OP method number 1. So basically what we do, we draw our fee levels from the bottom to the upside, and we enter our trade at the 60%, and let's say this was our trade. It gave us 5R, but if you say that the price is almost at the 80%, we could have entered at the 80% as well, and this would have give us 5R trade as well. So doesn't matter, or you can just divide your trades into 3, one on the 60%, one on the 70%, and one on the 80%, and aim for 5R from the best case scenario trade. Let's cover one more example. This is more unusual example when we do have losses with this strategy as well. For example, what is happening here? The price is sweeping the Asian low, then we're having the breakout to the upside during the London session, and the price is retesting our Asian range during the London session, and we are getting stopped out here from one trade. But guys, we are breaking to the downside. As you can see over here, it is a confirmed breakout. One candle is breaking down, another candle confirming the breakout. So basically we can trade the OP method number 1, the breakout trade, to the downside from here. We have a successful breakout to the downside, the entry at the 60%, the stop loss goes above 80%, and we will be aiming for, in this case, guys, kind of the price didn't give us quite like 5R trade. So this trade, probably this would have ended up being the break-even trade, or like aiming for 4R is pretty good as well. So basically you can aim something around like 4-3 to 5R with this trading strategy. And why this strategy is so mechanical? Because you can trade the OP method number 1 only one time per one side. For example, we can trade the OP number 1 to the upside one time, and we can trade OP method number 1 to the downside one time. Only and only. So basically, let's say we do have one like bad trade over here. The price broke to the upside. We will not be trading the second breakout. So basically, if you open the charts and if you see that the OP method number 1 already played out or failed to play it out, that means that you don't have to look at the charts anymore that day, at least for the OP method number 1 trade. So this is a beauty of OP methods that makes them 100% mechanical. Okay, let's cover this example and we can wrap it up. Okay guys, look, here's our Asian high, this is our Asian low, and over here the price is breaking out. We do have one full body candle that broke to the downside, one more candle closing outside of our Asian range. Basically what we do here is that we draw our fib levels from this high to this low, and we enter our trade. Like we enter our trade as usual at the 60% retracement level. The stop loss goes above the 80% retracement levels, and we will be aiming for 5R. But as I said, sometimes price can give us like 10R or like 15R trades as well. But this is more kind of like the exclusions. Like most of the times we are going to get 5R trades with this method. Okay folks, this strategy is perfect for catching a new trends. But what if the price is already established a strong new trend? How do we really trade that? And for that, we need a little different tool. We need our trend rider strategy. When the markets are moving in a strong trend, the highest probability trades are going to be only in the direction of that trend. Our job here is not to find the bottom or the top of the market, but to build a safe, low-risk entry zone where we can jump into that train while during the temporary pullback. And we do that by using the previous day candle as our guide. If the previous day candle was bullish, we take that entire day as the macro impulsive leg to the upside. And today we're expecting some pullback into that previous day candle before an explosive move into the direction of the trend. And our job is to find a key supply and demand zones inside of the previous day candle where the pullback is likely to reverse in the direction of the trend. Okay, let's sum it up into the actionable steps. So step number 1, we have to identify our macro trend. You have to open your charts on the daily candle and look at the previous day candle. Is it bullish? Is it bearish? Is it impulsive? Is it a full body candle or it's indecisive candle? Step number 2, you have to go to 15-minute time frame to a lower time frame and you have to mark up the previous day candle, the range of the previous day candle, and start looking for high probability supply and demand zones only and only inside of the previous day candle. This makes the process of finding a high quality supply and demand zones much more mechanical. I often use the previous day high or previous day low levels as the more mechanical natural liquidity levels for trading the supply and demand. And the step number 3, you just wait for the price to approach your supply and demand zones inside of the previous day candle and place your trade and aim for 5R. Okay, the trend rider strategy is your go-to for trading the trendy days. But what about those frustrating choppy markets, sideways markets, when the price is just stuck in some sort of like a sideways range? For that, we need a completely different tool, which is called a mean reversion. Biggest mistake traders make during the ranging markets is trying to implement their trend trading strategies. They get chopped out buying highs and selling lows, when in reality they should be doing the opposite. In the ranging markets, the highest probability trades are not the breakouts, the reversals from the edges of an established trend. Are you getting this? So this is my rangefinder strategy. It is designed to mechanically identify the ranging markets and trade the reversals from the previous day high and previous day lows. The first sign of the ranging markets is the indecisive daily candle. The previous day candle should have a long wicks above and below it. It's sort of like that doji candle, you know? Basically, it shows you that neither buyers nor sellers are in control of the markets at the moment. And the second key sign, by the way, I only teach this inside our mentorship program, is that Asian range is built up, is opened at the middle of the previous day candle. So basically it shows you that the previous day candle, like it was going up and down and then price went up, and it's basically kind of like the Asian range is at the middle of the previous day candle. So this is one of the key elements for identifying the range. So let's sum it up into more actionable steps. Step number 1, is the previous day candle big and indecisive? Like, it should not be compressed, because if it's compressed, we will be trading the range explosion strategy. But if it is indecisive but expanded, then we can look for the mean reversion strategy. Basically, Asian range forming near the middle of the previous day candle and it's expanded. That is the best case scenario for trading the mean reversion. Step number 2, if the first criteria are met and we do have an indecisive previous day candle, then we should simply mark up the previous day high and previous day low as our reference point, as our supply and demand levels, where we will be trading the reversal. Step number 3, when the price will be breaking out of our Asian range and will be like approaching the previous day high or previous day low, we should be buying and selling from these levels, targeting the middle of the previous day candle. In most of the times, these entries will give you 5R, and I would recommend you to like aim for 5R. Sometimes it might give you 10R, but 5R is the sweet spot. So now you have a powerful toolbox with 3 different strategies for 3 different market conditions. These are the range explosion strategy for catching a new trends, trend riding strategy for joining the existing momentum, and mean reversion strategy for profiting during the choppy markets. But knowing all of these strategies are just the half of the battle. The ultimate skill here is to know which market conditions we are in at the beginning of the day, so you can identify which of these three methods you can implement and make profits that day. Misunderstanding the market conditions is the final trap that even experienced traders fall into, like, from time to time. That complete system where I teach my daily process of reading the market context to choose the right strategy every single morning, that's what I cover in depth inside of my mentorship program. So if you want to gain a mechanical edge over the markets to scale your trading to 6 or even 7 figures, send me a direct message with the word ready on my Instagram or Telegram. I will leave the links below. Me or my team will give you the full information about our mentorship program and we will get started. But if you want to see more examples of these strategies working in actions, you have to watch this video.